What's up YouTube? I am your host, Anything Billy. On today's video, we're going to be replacing front brakes and rotors on a 2007 Chevrolet Tahoe. And if you do enjoy my content, please hit that like button, that subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. So let's get started. Like always, the first thing you want to do before you get started on the brake job is what I do is I take the brake reservoir cap off, put a towel over it. That way when you push in the pistons, air has easier way to escape, and if it runs over, the rag will be able to catch the excess brake fluid. Tools you'll need for this job is you will need a 18mm socket that takes off the caliper bracket bolts. You need a 19mm to take off the caliper bracket, or the caliper bolts. This is probably the first application, probably the only application that I know of that the caliper bolts are bigger than the bracket bolts. You may need a screwdriver, some type of piston compression tool, and like always, no job is complete without the hammer. I do apologize about the glare of the sun. It's right here. I can't really do anything about it, but I got my light up here to help y'all see it. This is just a brake and rotor change. The fan's in the background. You probably hear it roaring. Now this is one of them applications where the customer says she hears the brake noise. Recommended that she needed rotors with the brakes. So the back of the rotor is terrible. The brakes are still a little bit okay, but the customer states she wants them replaced. She started hearing that noise. So this is one of the things where do what the customer says, make the customer happy. So we're going to put brakes and rotors on this thing. If I run into any problem, I will stop and address it. Otherwise, it should be just a simple replace. So here we go. And I've already cleaned the rotor off camera. That's just probably I do that most of the time, just clean, get everything set up before I get started. That way I don't have to run around everywhere, try to get all the parts and everything. So, like I said, these brakes probably are about 50%, but the customer says, hey, I don't like how they sound, I don't like how they feel, so we're going to change them up. Sometimes you do what the customer wants to make them happy. Okay, forgot how to use my tools. Now these dual pistons will be a little bit harder to push in than a single piston. You still want to go in slow like you normally do. Alright. Set this over here out of the way. So there is one thing that I forgot to mention. On this particular car, there is a star bit that you got to take off right here. I'm using a T30 star bit. If I can get it to the camera, I'm using a T30 star bit. This thing ain't too bad rusted, but I should have done this before I should have done this before I took it off. Yep. Maybe I can get this, maybe. Come on. Maybe I get this to stop it so I can do it. I should have took it apart. There we go. See, I should have took it loose before I took the brake off, but I didn't think about it. So considering this thing ain't got no rust or anything on it, it's not too bad. There's just one holding it. See, it ain't even rusted or anything. It still looks good. Lay here out of the way. Next, we want to take the bracket off. Like I said, the bracket bolts are smaller than the caliper bolts. It being a Chevrolet, they've got Loctite on them if they've never been changed, so you will have to use some force. I probably could have used an air ratchet, but I've had this Craftsman wrench for years. I've always beat on it, so it'll be okay. I mean, some people may use an air ratchet, an air gun, portable wrench, something, I don't know. That's just what I use. I like to feel what I'm working on, that way I don't strip it. So some people use these air tools or electric tools, you can't feel if something's stripping. I see, that's good. That's good. All right. Put that down there. Gonna have to beat this off. It ain't coming off. See? No job is complete without the hammer. So when you put this new rotor on, you want to make sure you line that hole up with your screw you took out. That way you can stick the screw back in there. Just snug it up will be fine. Make sure you get all the oil off of it. Alright, now we can put the caliper bracket back on. Try to be careful not to get oil and dirt all over the new rotor. Sometimes you can't help it. You take your move this out of the way here a little bit. Go. See. Tighten them up a little bit with the hammers. Just a little bit. It ain't gotta be. You ain't gotta beat on for 5 minutes. Just enough to get it good and tight. I always say the force it takes you to beat them off, put that force to beat them back on. Alright, so screwdriver, I don't know what I've done with it. We will take off the old hardware. What the heck? Jeez Louise. They don't want you to take that hardware off. Put the new hardware on. Old hardware over here. The new hardware on up here. Okay. It being hot, I'm getting sweaty, I'm getting black all over the rotor. Spin it, don't hit it. Here are the brakes. See, these will only go in one way. See, you got two kinds here. See how that's rounded and that's flat? They'll only go in one way. As you can see, that pad won't go in the front because that is hitting that. So you need to put the one that's got the curvature on the front. And put the other one in the back because it's got a flat plate there. Maybe. The hardware is not wanting to go into place like it's supposed to. There we go. Try not to do that. Sometimes the hardware plays tricks on you and you gotta talk it in. Come on, there we go. There we go. Now everything's in. Spin it, no noise. These are pretty already got good lubrication. Caliper back on. Now you may have to get a wrench to hold the slides if they move. Sometimes you'll get lucky and they won't move. Sometimes they will move. We'll see here. In this instrument, they're not moving. Snug them up. All right. There we go. All right, there is the driver's side done. I'm waiting on parts for the passenger side, so once they get here, we'll get around over and we'll get it taken care of. Before we get started on this side over here, I want to show you this rotor I took off the other side. This is what the customer was feeling and hearing. You can see that. Probably hard to see. Wait on the car to go by. You're looking at all the grooves and everything that's in this right here. That's going to make noise. That's going to make vibrations. If you put brand new pads on there without changing the rotor or put new rotors without changing the pads, you're still going to feel that until everything gets smooth. So that's why we want to place everything. Alright, so we're over here on this side, like the other side. Any problem about stopping to dress it? Oh, before I get started, I already took the nut loose or the bolt loose already, so it'll be easier to take off. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. Alright, there's the front brakes and rotors on this Tahoe. The only thing left to do is put the wheels and tires on it and take it for a test drive. And the last thing you want to do before you take it on a test drive is you want to make sure you put the brake cap reservoir back on and make sure the brake reservoir is full of brake fluid. Welcome back to the test drive on this 2007 Chevrolet Tahoe. First thing you want to do is you want to pump the brakes to make sure you got a good stiff pedal. And wow, it took like 2 pumps and this thing is stiff. All right, let's start her up. Buckle up for safety and just pump them a few times after you get it started. Make sure the pedal's still there. Back it out of the garage. Make sure the parking brake's off. It won't move if it's on. Oh wow, this pedal is like it's stiff. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You barely touched the pedal and you stop. That means it's got some good brakes. Well, the back brakes look brand new on it. The front brakes was the bad. So here we go. Like always on these test drives, we're going to go down the road to see if we hear any squeaks, squeals, see if we feel any vibrations. Make sure we tightened everything down good and nothing falls off. So far, so good. Everything's pretty smooth. And you barely hit the brakes and this pedal is all the way up. I don't think I've gotten a car in a while that's got a stiff pedal as this one is. I mean, it is like you barely move it. I mean, it's got 132,000 miles on it. This brakes are pretty awesome. I mean, I've gotten brand new cars, pulled them in out for inspections, and the pedal ain't this stiff. But let's get up to speed. Let's see what she does. All right, so far everything is smooth. Don't feel no vibrations. Don't hear anything out of the ordinary. No squeaks, no squeals. This thing will stop on a dime, send you through the windshield. That's how new brakes are supposed to feel. As I turn on to the road that the shop's on, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell at the bottom of the page so you won't never miss an upload. And if you want to see more brake jobs, check out this video here on the screen. And until next time, bye now.